Now, let's join ace broadcaster MAMODE AKUGHA as he takes us inside the Niger Delta.
Hello out there and welcome. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. I'm your regular host, MAMODE AKUGHA.
Inside the Niger Delta.
The Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, says plans are in motion to revisit and complete two major projects in Delta State that have been abandoned for nearly 2 decades. They include the electricity transmission substation in Ozoro, Isoko North Local Government Area, and the 23-kilometer Uzere-Patani Road with bridges in Isoko South Local Government Area. Dr. Ogbuku made this known when he received a delegation from the Isoko Nation at the NDDC headquarters. He said the move is part of the Commission's renewed drive to complete key abandoned projects and improve the lives of people across the Niger Delta.
Fresh from a busy schedule marking its 25th anniversary, the leadership of the Niger Delta Development Commission is showing no signs of slowing down as it received leaders of the Isoko Nation, led by the president of the Isoko Development Union, IDU, Professor Chris Akpotu, at its corporate headquarters in Port Harcourt. Discussions at the meeting centered on the development of the Isoko Nation, which is home to Uzere, the second community where crude oil was discovered in Nigeria back in 1958 after Otubagi Oloibiri in Bayelsa State. The NDDC had initiated two major projects in the area, which are an electricity transmission substation in Ozoro, Isoko North Local Government Area, and the 23-kilometer Uzere-Patani Road with bridges in Isoko South Local Government Area. However, nearly 19 years later, these projects remain uncompleted. Addressing his guests, the Managing Director of the NDDC, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, assured that the Commission has taken note of the concerns and is already working to ensure the completion of the long-abandoned projects.
We were not the ones that awarded those contracts. And the variation of most of those projects are things that you need to seriously negotiate. So we are looking at a faster means of resolving some of these issues to enable the contractor to go back to work. On the Uzere Road, Uzere-Patani Road, construction is already ongoing with the contractor for him to exit the site so that it can be awarded to someone else.
The NDDC boss further stated that the Commission's doors remain open for meaningful engagement with all stakeholders across the region in charting a path forward for grassroots development.
If we fail, the entire region fails. Let us work together. Because some of the ideas you have, we don't have them. Sitting there as MDCU does not mean I have the best of ideas when it comes to managing our common resources. Probably you have a better ways and means of which we can handle certain things and get the best of results.
The leader of the delegation, Professor Chris Akpotu, congratulated the NDDC and its Managing Director, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, on the Commission's 25th anniversary and the successful completion of the celebrations. He went on to restate how important the electricity and road projects are to the people of Isoko and neighboring communities, stressing the need for the NDDC to fast-track the process of development by revisiting the projects.
If a man who has been delivering and brought in the adjective "you will deliver more," it therefore means that we'll be expecting mega projects beyond the bypass from Patani, Ume, down to Uzere, which has been an issue on us that has made our journey to be much more elongated so that we can enjoy optimally that which you are dedicated to doing for the people of the Niger Delta. Atena Isoko.
The Isoko delegation also presented a letter detailing several other pressing needs of their people while seeking the intervention of the NDDC in addressing them. As the meeting came to a close, The NDDC further appealed to the Isoko Nation and other ethnic groups to continue supporting the Commission and to also count the NDDC as a reliable partner in progress, working to complement and coordinate development efforts by both the federal and subnational governments across communities in the country's oil-rich region.
Inside the Niger Delta.
The government and people of Cross River State have commended the Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC for its contributions to the development of the state. This follows the recent donation of waste disposal bins, which they say aligns with the environmental sustainability initiatives in the state, known as the Cross River Clean and Green Vision. Speaking to our correspondent in separate interviews in the state capital last week, the people say the intervention agency is indeed complementing the efforts of states and federal government in the development of the entire region.
Cross River State, being one of the 9 Niger Delta states, has continued to benefit from the several interventions of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, across sectors like the recently inaugurated roads and ambulance donated to the General Hospital in Calabar, amongst others. Again, the intervention agency has made a donation of hundreds of waste disposal bins to the state as part of its broader commitment to fostering environmental sustainability and safeguarding public health in the Niger Delta region. After receiving the recent supplies which came in June this year, residents in the state thanked the NDDC for ensuring that their communities are clean and healthy.
Then we were suffering of the waste bin issue. People would dump dustbin anywhere they like. Now that NDDC has bring that dump now, people are going there straight down there and put their waste. So they are carrying out day by day, day by day. The environment is okay. We don't have much mosquito again.
It is a new and a very nice development, because before now, when you pass by the street of Cross River State or the street of Calabar, you will see that you will be seeing refuse on the ground. But now you can see that people don't throw them on the ground. They prefer to put it in the waste bin because it is available everywhere for people to use.
We enjoy what NDDC has been able to do for us. They are doing very, very well. We enjoy them. We have seen that the sanitation is improving.
The people say the initiative aligns with the clean and green vision of the Cross River State government, aimed at promoting sustainable living, public health, tourism and environmental responsibility. Special Advisor on General Duties to the Cross River State Governor, Dr. AKUGHA, and the Special Advisor to the Governor of Urban Beautification and Development, Honorable Isien Eyo, commended the NDDC for supporting ongoing efforts to keep the state clean, especially as it is known for its rich cultural heritage and vibrant tourism industry.
Despite the ability of the Calabar Land Development Authority, without those materials and waste bins being in the increase, the level of success achieved today will not be complete. So I must also thank NDDC for coming to our aid by way of waste bins, thereby making it easy for us to have waste bins everywhere, so that refuse dumping will not be indiscriminate.
I have to thank NDDC for this prompt action, for making us and recognizing that Calabar is known for this, and they have given us enough of that waste bin that to guide against, that menace of throwing waste anyhow on the street.
Speaking further, Dr. Akiba revealed that before now, most of the projects in the state were abandoned, but with the coming of the current board and management, led by Mr. Chiedu Ebie and Dr. Samuel Obuku, which have established a cordial and harmonious working relationship with the state government, these projects are now being completed and new ones are also coming on board. He further congratulated the NDDC on its 25 years anniversary, which he said is a testament to the Commission's resilience and continued mission to promote sustainable development in the region.
I want to say that we are satisfied with the journey so far, and we are praying that this should be sustained, and hopefully better days are coming ahead with the Niger Delta Development Commission being the way it is today, whereby resources are being distributed across the state.
Honorable Eyo appealed to the people of the state to support the initiative by making use of the sanitation equipment for proper waste management. This intervention in Cross River adds to the growing list of initiatives by the NDDC across the Niger Delta, from environmental sanitation to road construction, healthcare and youth empowerment, all geared towards improving the lives and living conditions of the peoples in the region.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doyediri has called on the federal government to address the long-standing imbalances in Nigeria's resource management and allocation, in line with the doctrine of true fiscal federalism. The governor, who also frowned at the unending cycles of constitutional amendments without any significant impact or implementation, said the Nigerian constitution should allow for states to create their own local government areas based on their demands. Governor Diri stated this last week at the Government House in Yenagoa, while receiving members of the House of Representatives Committee on Constitutional Review in the state.
The committee, led by its chairman, Professor Julius Inyowere, was in Bayelsa State as part of its nationwide consultation for the South Zonal public hearing on the ongoing constitutional amendment process. In his remarks, Professor Inyowere commended Governor Diri for the massive development strides ongoing in Bayelsa, which he says is already improving the lives and livelihoods of the people.
Your contribution to growth and development and peace and the well-being of the people make our work easy. I know that only a process that is truly participatory, consultative, inclusive, transparent, process-led and people-driven can lead to the kind of constitution that would reflect the dreams and hopes of the people.
Governor Diri, while welcoming the team to the glory of all land states, was concerned over what he says was an unending cycles of constitutional amendment which have yielded little to nothing due to lack of implementation.
It is becoming more like a waste of resources, a waste of human efforts, and a waste of time for both those in the National Assembly and indeed for the country at large. If we have no end to constitutional review, and the constitutional review has to be continued in every new assembly, then there is something wrong with us. And so I want to believe that this government has what it takes to implement the decisions that will be arrived at through this effort that you are putting in for a review.
Governor Diri also expressed concerns over the current local government structure in Nigeria, which he says continue to shortchange states like Bayelsa despite its huge contributions to Nigeria's revenue.
It's not the size of the state. Some of our local governments are bigger than some other local governments, even three put together, elsewhere in Nigeria. And I don't agree with anybody who either jokingly or very seriously or formally will be talking about, oh, your small Bayelsa. That is nothing like a small Bayelsa. Bayelsa is big enough. Bayelsa is rich enough. This country can only grow when we all do the right thing and when we run a proper federal system of government.
He went on to insist that resource control would not only benefit Bayelsa, but also encourage other states with abundant natural resources to rise up to the occasion and harness their full potential.
Inside the Niger Delta.
NDDC at 25.
NDDC making a difference, across Nigeria's oil region, oh yes, this Today's not the day for our region to shine brighter. Development in every place. We will be right here making a difference. NDDC, NDDC, we there for you.
NDDC, 25 years of making a difference. Azikio Group, oil and gas, dredging, power and air transportation. Azikio Group, petroleum product sufficiency, energy sustainability and infrastructure development.
The Delta State government says the administration of Governor Sharif Oburewuri is giving top priority to harnessing the state's rich potentials of marine and blue economy. This includes major infrastructure upgrades and the enhancement of water-based transportation systems across riverine communities, aimed at enabling residents to tap into the vast resources of the water bodies in the state. This was the thrust of discussions when key ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs in the state met with members of the Senior Executive Course 47 of the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS Kuru Jos, who are in the state on a study tour.
The delegation, led by retired Deputy Inspector General of Police Adeleye Olushola, was received at the Professor Chike Edozien Secretariat in Asaba, the state capital.
We're interfacing with the ministries here, and we're looking at the SDG goals, and at the end of the day, we bring a report that is going to be having recommendations and implementation strategies for government to implement for us to move forward within the blue economy space.
Addressing the dignitaries at the reception, Delta State Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Ejiro Jamani, and the State Commissioner for Works, Rural Roads and Public Information, Mr. Charles Anyagu, highlighted how the administration is addressing the many challenges that had previously hampered the sector.
In the last 2 years, we've been able to take steps to build bridges. Okay, floating market is one very huge market we built in a place called Oge Demigun in Warri North. In that particular market, you just by the seashore, by the ocean. We did not only just build the market, there are a whole lot of interconnecting roads within that community that also link them to the higher waterways.
Delta State Blue Economy Initiative do not only perfectly dovetail the critical elements of the state's more agenda, but align with multiple sustainable development goals.
One of the many ongoing projects in this regard is the Ode Ishekiri Road and Bridges project, which is already improving access and stimulating economic activities in previously isolated riverine communities. Mr. Anyagu, who describes Delta State as a national pace-setter in harnessing inland and coastal water resources, said that the interventions of the Oborewuri-led administration have also reduced to the barest minimum rural-urban migration.
And now we have also helped to reduce the rural-urban drift, because there are some of them now that can afford to live there with their vehicles, drive within their communities, and they are able to at least have life a little much more comfortable.
At the close of the event, the Delta State government, through its representatives, expressed its readiness to collaborate with the federal government, development partners, and private sector investors in transforming the state's vast aquatic resources into engines of inclusive and sustainable development.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Youths across Ondo Kingdom in Ondo State say cultists will no longer have a hiding place for their nefarious activities in the kingdom. The youths who held a peaceful rally last week aimed at putting an end to the alarming wave of insecurity, particularly cult-related clashes in the area, said they have lost over 40 promising young men to cult-related violence in recent times. They called on the security agencies and government at all levels to intervene and end the menace.
Youths in their numbers, led by the leader of the youth in Ondo Kingdom, Engineer Kayode Folajogun, took to the streets of Ondo Town, the headquarters of Ondo West local government area of Ondo State, to protest what they described as the incessant and senseless cult-related activities in the area that have claimed the lives of many young people. The young people were seen carrying placards with inscriptions such as "Books, not bullets," and "Cultism is a dead end." Mr. Olaiton Asheyege and Mr. Dapo Adeyinka are concerned over how these cult-related activities have continued to disrepute the social and economic life of the town.
We used to have night parties in Ondo, whereby in the afternoon we attend functions, live band, we have enough money, we make money. At night, during the night time, people still have functions, they have events, and the whole community will be peaceful and we continue to enjoy ourselves. But now, reverse is the case, and we're not happy about it. We're not happy about it at all.
And we want to make sure our society knows some hoodlums that police have declared wanted already, so we want to tell them to leave this community in peace for us.
The youths, who carried along with them a banner with faces of some misguided elements who they say have terrorized their community for so long, pledged to expose any criminal element in their midst, noting that they would ensure such individual or gangs face the full wrath of the law. They went on to task the government and security to ensure they are proactive in tackling this escalating security challenge.
All the youth, both home and diaspora, we have decided that we don't want killing again. When we are saying that the youth are the leadership of tomorrow, when the leadership of tomorrow is now. So why are we killing ourselves? So we have come together that want to put an end to it in this kingdom.
Honorable Joseph Akinlaja, a respected political figure and elder statesman in the region, who joined the rally, commended the courage and patriotism displayed by the youths. He advised them to remain focused and engage in productive ventures that will secure their future and uplift the community.
No more killing. We have advised them not to do that. The life that you do not create, you have no right to terminate it. The people they are killing now, some could be governor tomorrow, some could be an entrepreneur, some can even be a scholar that will develop this Ondo Kingdom and be useful to Nigeria. But once you terminate their life at the youthful age, Ondo Kingdom will miss the benefit of such people.
While the situation in Ondo State continues to raise concern, cult-related activities have remained a persistent security threat in the Niger Delta region, with states like Delta, Rivers, Edo, and Bayelsa also experiencing the same fate. Clashes between rival cult groups, especially within institutions of higher learning as well as residential communities, have often led to the untimely deaths of not only these cultists but also innocent residents going about their legitimate businesses, a situation that has instilled fear and a sense of helplessness in many communities. Concerned about the growing trend of its impact on young people, the governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Doyediri, has issued a strong warning against cult-related activities. He made the declaration during the 7th convocation ceremony of the Niger Delta University, NDU.
I had reason to whisper to the Vice Chancellor about the resurgence of cultism in this university. And therefore, may I use this opportunity to once again advise, and if you like, warn those who did not come here for learning and character building to, on their own, withdraw from this university. There should be no room for cultism in this university. I've given the Vice Chancellor, I, and the government of Bayelsa our charge. I've also done the same thing to all security agencies in the state. And anyone found in cultism in this university, do not hesitate to apply the sanctions.
While subnational governments in the Niger Delta may actually be making efforts to curb cult-related violence, more still needs to be done in terms of a coordinated, sustained and community-based approach as witnessed in Ondo State.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Well, that's the size of our package on the program for today. Kindly note that you can now also watch our program live on our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria on Mondays at 9 p.m., Tuesdays at 9:20 p.m., and Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. Please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria for live updates and many more stories. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region, will be back same time, same station next week. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles showing right now on your screens. Until next week, I am MAMODE AKUGHA, thanking you for staying tuned. Bye for now.
And now, let's join ace broadcaster MAMODE AKUGHA as he takes us inside the Niger Delta.
Hello out there and welcome. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region.